Alrighty, so we are at week 10. I started a little late, later than I wanted to because I just needed some more time before I started up, but did start on Monday this week. I have quite a few things working this week. I've got loot drops working from enemies, um, and rarity working in their loot tables. So I have common, uncommon, and rare items dropping from every enemy. It'll randomly pick one from the loot table and heavily favor common, and then uncommon and rare. Then I have the inventory system basis working. It's only working with weapons right now, which is what I've been testing it with. Um, the gist is it spawns an ID, or each weapon has an ID, and when enemies die, they drop a weapon uh, right now. And uh, based on the weapon, it goes into a table of your uh, currently held weapon IDs, then bases the weapon ID off of the stored weapon depot that kind of has all of the information for every weapon. So whenever you use or try to use a weapon, it has kind of this lookup based on the weapons that you have. And I changed the UI for the skill system a little bit, not much of a change. It's more just uh, looks aesthetic than anything else. And yeah, that's it. So start with the skill changes. So I changed the way it's going to look a little bit here, and then just added the functionality of being able to actually click them. So depending on the skill, it might just activate right when you click the skill, and they're activated with the number keys in order along left to right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And some of them might just activate right away if it's like in point blank AoE. Some of them might, when you click it, it would actually activate this shadow I have on my cursor right here. It would kind of activate this spell selector, and then you'd be able to click on an area to cast a spell there or use it on a specific area. And then so for the loot, this little green thing here is what I'm using as my loot placeholder. And this one's hard coded, so when I run over this, it gives me this weapon ID of 20, which is one of the weapons available. So now that I've picked that up, when I go into my inventory here, it shows that I have one of those weapons, which is the andesite poleaxe. Clicking on any of the weapons while they're in your inventory lets you equip it. So you can see it equipped my axe, my pole axe here. And I didn't change it, but the way it's the melee is working is it's tied to whatever weapon you have equipped, to determine the base damage, the melee speed, however fast you can attack, and a couple of other things, like if it has special effects or whatever. So clicking space would be attacking, but I think I have it set right now to 0, so it's just not doing anything. Then the enemy loot tables. So running into these spheres here will kill them, and they will drop an item. So killing that one, it gives me a common item, and then another common, 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 uncommon. So it's just a rarity system. These little yellow collectibles are going to be the currency, but I haven't put that in yet. But yeah, so that's what I've got working this week. I'm pretty excited, especially with the inventory. And now that I've picked up a couple more weapons here, going into the inventory, it shows all of the weapons that I have equipped, or that I have picked up. So clicking on any of them would let me equip any of them, and I haven't put in any of the names for the weapons yet, or any of the stats or anything. So equipping these doesn't do anything. But yeah, so the system's at least in place. I think this next week is going to be a design week. I'm going to be kind of figuring out the exact placement I want for all of this menu stuff. Kind of think about how I want the inventory to look and all the other sub menus and stuff. And then I'm gonna try and put in some more today and probably work on it next week too, in between design stuff. Kind of making these, just filling in the blanks more or less on all of these item names and stuff, which I already have done. I just need to transfer it from a spreadsheet into the engine. But yeah, so that's what I've got going this week, and I will have a video next week.